Did you know your bird has a bank account? I want to talk about your Birdie bank account in this video because it's extremely important and came into play with Morgan and I this week. What your bird's bank account means is that you want to look at it from the perspective of your bird has a bank account and you want to consistently be making deposits into your bird's bank account. And this makes it so that you have a bunch of money in your bird's bank account. What this means is you have a bunch of positive interactions and experiences and your birds associates you positively. So you have a very, very full Birdie bank account. So when you need to go and make a withdrawal, it's not a big deal because you've accumulated so much. So you can make a 5 withdrawal here or a 10 there or a 1 here or a 1 there because you have accumulated so much. So this means when you have to give your bird an unpleasant experience, say going to the vet or going in a carrier because your bird isn't used to it and doesn't like it, or maybe even an accidental experience that happened to be negative where you dropped your bird or accidentally grabbed its tail because you thought you were grabbing the remote. Anything that could be deemed as a negative experience in your bird's eyes is considered a withdrawal from the bank account. Now you can afford to make withdrawals if you've made enough deposits, but it's really, really important to keep that specific balance and keep a lot of money in your Birdie bank account. What happened with me and Morgan is I've accumulated a ton of money in my Morgan Birdie bank account. So this week I made an accidental withdrawal and it was a pretty big withdrawal. Luckily, I've made enough deposits, it didn't make my account go empty. So I'm going to explain to you guys what happened. Early on in flight training, you want to teach your bird that you are 100% reliable, a safe place, and a secure place for them to land on. You're not going to move out of the way or drop them or whatever. You're always going to catch them. Later on in flight training, when you go to build skill, sometimes it makes it so that we have to move and adjust and get our birds to really think on the fly and adjust in flight to land on us. And what I've always said before is only move when your bird first takes off. Don't move when it's just about to land on you. And I did exactly what I said not to do because I was having to think too fast, and unfortunately I was paying way too much attention to my camera angles this week, trying to get you guys to be able to see in its entirety what I was doing, which was just impossible, to be honest. I couldn't do it, so I kept trying and kept failing at that, which made my training just completely go downhill because I was so distracted by trying to make all these other factors work. So what happened is Morgan took off before I was ready and I tried to change it up on her like I had been, and I moved and made it so that she couldn't land on me, and I was the reason that she crashed, which is why I picked her up immediately because she didn't just crash on her own. It was my doing, it was my fault. So that is why I picked her up immediately and tried to make that better. The good news is she didn't hesitate to fly to me the next time I called her. However, she did kind of go past me, anticipating that I might move, and ended up on my shoulder. So she was on my hand and shoulder, and I just ended up putting her down on my shoulder. And because, as you'll see, she came off my shoulder just fine, she is allowed up there every now and then. I don't mind because she does come down just fine, so there's no problem there. But I was bummed at the underlying effect that she felt like she had to overcompensate for possibly me not being able to catch her properly. So she was on my shoulder, then the next time she kind of watched JINX do some stuff versus participating, and then eventually I got her to take another flight and we redeemed ourselves with 2 amazing turning flights where she actually mastered the skill I was going for the whole time and did an amazing job. Now, what I should have done in this session was work in more stationary flights. So I should have done moving flight, stationary, stationary, moving flight, stationary, moving flight, stationary, moving flight, stationary, and mix them in to be more even. Instead, I just got so freaking excited over the fact that she was doing it and trying to figure out how to get her to do it that I just went all moving flights, and you really need to find your balance. My husband totally called me out on that. So there's that. But anyways, I'm super happy with the progress that we made in this session. I'm bummed that I messed up so bad. I am thankful that I've made the proper deposits to not have it be a big deal in our relationship. And now I know to balance out the flights more. I was just talking to Chris Armstrong, who's a trainer friend of mine, and he's training some birds too. And he wrote me about it, and I just responded, and I was like, take the training really slow. And he got super excited and rushed it and ended up taking like 12 steps back, he said. And he's just like, I should have listened to you, I should have gone slow. And then here I am. So I literally am going to tell you guys what I told Chris. The only reason we know the rules is because we've broken them. So yeah, we only know that these mistakes exist because we've made them, and we continue to make them. You don't ever become a perfect trainer. Everything, you just get swept away in the emotion and the excitement of it all, and you mess up and you learn and you keep going. So just a little disclaimer, I now keep my birds outside 24/7 now that the weather is awesome, and so I bring Jinx and Morgan in from the outdoor aviaries, and when I do so, I am holding both of their feet in my hands. So just FYI, that's why they're not flying off. There they are. Morgan! Alright, I'm gonna start over here. See if you can see me. I'm gonna start over here, and I'm gonna run over there. Morgan, as soon as she takes off. Come on. This way, girl. Oh, that was so good. Guys, she just landed on the perch. Oh, that was awesome. She just flew and landed on the perch. And of course, I freaking missed it. Oh, guys, that was awesome. Okay, so you guys are probably wondering, why am I so excited that she didn't land on me and she landed on this perch? Well, these T-stand perches are only a foot across. So what you see them taking off on is only a foot across. So it's a really small space that she managed to land on, and she landed next to Jinx. So the skill level that it took for her to do that, and the fact that she knew that where Jinx was a safe spot, and it was beyond her skill level to make it to me, was awesome because she chose to land on the perch, and I just felt really proud of her. That's a great sign. Circular flight is more important. Over here, keep coming. Good job. Good girl. Oh, cool. I keep moving the camera and missing it. Here-ish. Over here. Oh, darn. Darn, girl, I'm sorry. I blew it. I'm sorry. I blew it, I'm sorry. You didn't quite make it. No. Hopefully you didn't blow it. Okay. Good girl. Oh, good job. Good boy, Jinxie. Oh. Okay. Hang on a sec. You come here. You come. Got it? You coming? Good girl. Coming off the shoulder really good. Gotcha. Good job. Good job. I gotcha. Good job. Okay. Let's do this. Come here, Jinxie. Yeah. Okay. And then come this way, Jinxie. Good boy. That's what I want you to do, Morgan. So I run, you follow, and make the necessary changes, okay? Come on. Jinxie. Okay. And this way, Jinx. Good boy. Good boy, Jinxie. Good boy. Come on, Morgan. Okay, this way. This way. This way, turn. Yes! Oh, good girl. You freaking did it, girl. You did it. Did you feel that? That was amazing. What a good girl. What a good girl, Morgan. Oh, my goodness. Ah! Jinxie, did you see it? Oh, yeah, girl. Yeah. You got a walnut. She almost didn't make that last one, but that was, that was the best turn. I mean, not in the whole world, but that was Morgan's best turn. And only turn, and awesome. She turned, yes. Oh, so excited. She looks like she already wants to go again, and I thought she was tired. I'm tired from being enthusiastic. You guys are funny. Okay, Jinxie. This way, Jinx. Come here, Jinxie. Good boy. Okay, this way, Jinxie. Good boy. Yeah, you're not gonna turn because you have so much control. Come on, girl. Come on. Yeah. Come on, girl. Good job. Good boy, Jinxie. Hey, Jinxie. You just want to come over here. Okay. Nickname. 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 There we go. You are just a chatty pants. Nickname. 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 Waves. Wave. Like this. All the way up. Up, 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 up. There. Nickname.